Hello and welcome to another SciFirst MovieTalk episode. So it's getting a bit close to Christmas and we wanted to get ourselves into that festive mood, and so we went to see the film Last Christmas. For reference, if of course you're watching this episode sometime after I filmed it, the movie was released in 2019. The film is directed by Paul Feig, whose other directorial credits do include other films such as Spy, Bridesmaids, and even the reboot of Ghostbusters. But, and here's the big but, if you're expecting to see this film and have some kind of wacky comedy with fast-paced one-liners and visual gags, then this is not a film that you're going to expect it to be. It's not quite full of the kind of comedy that you would have come to expect from a film by that director. The plot of the film revolves around Katrina, or Kate as she likes to be called, played by Emilia Clarke, who works as an elf in an open all-year Christmas shop, who in the middle of Covent Gardens in London, owned and managed by none other than Santa, played by Michelle Yeoh. After not being to Covent Gardens in a while, I couldn't comment whether or not that shop is actually real. I'm thinking probably fictional, but please do contact me if I'm wrong. It sees Kate, basically after having heart surgery we learned some time ago, is finding it difficult to readjust to life. Like there's something missing in her life, until she meets a mysterious stranger, Tom, played by Henry Golding. From their first meeting, they seem to have an instant chemistry, quirky attraction, if you will, to each other, which builds throughout the film in extraordinary ways. With Tom's influence, little by little, changing Kate's outlook on life, which sees her start volunteering in a local homeless shelter and opening her life to new experiences and things. All of this starts to see Kate turn her life around, giving it meaning, and at the end helps her reconcile with family and friends. The film is set in London, in and around, and as stated previously, mainly in the Covent Garden area, but also in the surrounding areas of Regent Street and Oxford Street, and also along the River Thames, all of which can be very beautiful at the Christmas time, and so this offers an excellent backdrop for the movie. The film also features the music of George Michael and that of his band Wham. There were a few people I'd read about online, or read some of the comments online, that had commented that it didn't feature as much of George's music as they thought. When the film was released, I must admit that there was quite a big play on the fact that it featured his music. Perhaps people were expecting something similar to the Freddie Mercury or Elton John biopics that had recently been released. However, to put it bluntly, the film is not a biopic about George Michael. It is a romantic love story set at Christmas with his music as a soundtrack. Of course, most notably with the signature song, that with the same title of the film, Last Christmas. What was interesting was that each of the items in the Christmas shop firstly played music, even if there were kinds that you didn't expect them to, and secondly, all seem to play Last Christmas, albeit in quite strange and sometimes mangled versions. It almost sounds like somebody had heard the song Last Christmas and had then tried to design a play, or screenplay if you like, around that song. To be honest, in quite a clever way, I thought. If you think that the film is going to be a George Michael music fest, then this ain't for you. It's not a musical at all. So if you want to see this on that basis, then this ain't the movie you think it's going to be. But if you want a really nice Christmas feel-good movie, certainly for date night, it's fantastic. I couldn't disagree with or underrate it too much in that respect. The film does have some funny moments. It did have me chuckling at certain moments, but it's not an outright joke fest, if you know what I mean. It's purely at heart a romantic film. Surprisingly, the film also touches on some of the impact of Brexit, which was prevalent at the time the film was made, with a number of Brexit-toned scenes throughout. In this respect, there are a few moments when the tensions between cultures is highlighted. However, with regards to this, the film ultimately is about coming together as a community, about bringing people together from different backgrounds, different cultures, preferences, and all walks of life. The message is that we can all be there for each other at Christmas. The film does have a twist, which I must admit caught me out a bit, as I didn't expect there to be one. But of course, in all love stories, there's that moment when everything starts to go a little bit pear-shaped. I certainly liked it within the context of the movie, but that's all I can say, and I've probably said a bit too much already. So overall, in my opinion, an excellent date night movie, or at the very least, a Bridget Jones style film where you have a duvet day surrounded by ice cream and chocolates. So that brings me to the end of this episode. Many thanks for watching once again. If you like my reviews and general movie discussions, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Please feel free to leave a like or comment on this episode. I would especially love to hear from you if you've got anything to say or movie related about this or any other movie, and especially if you want me to watch anything that you want me to then comment on this channel. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.